sometimes just working on one thing is really all you need to do. So let's get better at some squats today. All right, we are day before Thanksgiving 2025, and I am trying to figure out, I do want to go to the gym. I was wearing a hat, so my hair looks like. I'm trying to figure out, as I pour this pre-workout and drive, do I go to the gym or do I go home and work out? These are the dilemmas of having a home gym, I guess. The benefits I like of going to the gym is typically less distraction, more equipment to use. I mean, yeah, that's it. And then from there, I can just head home. Probably need to pick up the kids anyways. But if I go home, what I'm planning to do today, I can do at home. At least what I'm planning in my mind right now. That's the other thing is I could get to the gym and change my mind and then end up wanting to do, use more of the machines today, which I might just do. If I go home, I'm a little bit limited. I can do what I need to do, but I've also started to work out at home and then been like, damn, I wish I had this machine or something like that. So I think I will just go to the gym, stop on the way home and go to the gym that I go to is only it's like less than 15 minutes away from home anyway. So even when I'm done, I'll be pretty close to home, so not a big deal. But as I'm talking, I guess this is why we talk it out. Thanks for listening. I'm kind of figuring out what I want to do in my head. I think I'm going to pretty much stick to legs only today. And I can actually add some stuff like hamstring curls, even some calf raises. If this gym has, I don't know if this gym has it. Might warm up actually with some abs or some light abs or something like that. Yeah, I'm tired. I don't know if I want to start sipping this pre-workout just yet because unfortunately, I'm still 45 minutes away from the gym. So that kind of sucks. This traffic out here for Thanksgiving is no bueno. So I'm just going to make the best of it. My ultimate goal on days like this though, anyways, whether it's like a Friday or you got a lot going on in your schedule, either way, like I literally just drove by the LA Fitness here next to my office. But like I said, I'm over the 45 minutes that I have right now is to get to the other gym that I want to go to. Just to get, if I was to map it to go home from here, we'd be close to an hour. So I say that to say, even though there's a gym literally right here behind me, I want to get as close as I can to home. So that way, even if I stop at the gym, 45 minutes away, at least then I'm only, because the traffic from that gym to my home is not really going to be that bad. Even if it's more than 15 minutes, it's still not going to be that bad. If I was to go to this gym right here next to my office, by the time I get done and then try to go home, it's going to be even worse. So that's my plan. Usually the gym I go to right here next to I'll usually go to that one on my way to the office where it's a lot earlier in the morning or the day. Or if I do hit it at a time like this, which is early afternoon, it's because I also plan on staying out in this area to do some other stuff for work. So today is one of those days, the day before Thanksgiving. We're all trying to get ready for the next day. So I just want to get as close as I can to home. That's why my debate was, do I want to go to the gym or to home and work out? I just feel like if I go home today, even if I do start working out, I'm probably not going to do what I want to do. It's not going to be as good as I would like it to be. So I'm just going to take the time and go to the gym today. I'm actually going to try to push pretty hard today because I know tomorrow's Thanksgiving. There's a very good chance I'm not going to work out tomorrow because we have a lot going on and a lot to get ready for. So I would rather go hard today and then I can just kind of chill out, be with the family, eat what I want to eat, stuff like that. I'm off on Friday, so I want to be back to working out on Friday. So we'll see. I don't think I'm going to do like legs, bench, and pull-ups like I've done, only because the workout that I did yesterday, this is my left arm and right in my bicep into my armpit going into my pec is a little bit sore. So I don't think trying to bench is going to be a very good idea today. I don't think pull-ups would also be a good idea. I'll just try to stop yawning. I will try to get a good leg workout in today. There's some things I haven't done in a while. I wouldn't mind doing maybe some dumbbell lunges. I want to squat. I've been feeling better at the squats today as of recently. I got my lifting shoes today. Those have actually helped me feel a little bit more comfortable as well. So that's something I might have to wear more often, just for me and the way I feel. I'm a little bit older now anyway, so I need all the advantages I can get to make a squat feel more comfortable. I could go to the gym and deadlift, actually. I haven't done that in a minute. I forgot about that, so maybe. But I think the deadlift actually might be good to do like the deadlift would probably be really good to do the day after Thanksgiving, because there's no doubt I'm gonna eat a lot. So being carved up the day before and then doing some freaking deadlifts, I mean, you should have plenty of energy to do some deadlifts. So that might be, and I can do that from home. Again, at home I have a barbell and plates that total up to about 325, I believe is what I have now. That's more than enough to deadlift with at home for myself. So I might try to do that on Friday morning. Hopefully by then my pull-up is feeling, the pulling motion with this arm is feeling a little bit better. So we'll see. And now I can't stop yawning. Today's gonna be a long day. I don't wanna start sipping on the pre-workout yet. I'm still about 40 minutes away. I might start sipping on it actually, who cares? It's just for legs. But I've actually heard also that, I don't know, what do you guys like to do for pre-workout? Are you like as little water as possible and just throw it back? Or you should not dry scoop your pre-workout. Like, the whole idea is to have some water with it to get it into your system and get it spread out into your body. I mean, I suppose you could dry scoop and then chug a bunch of water, but I don't know. I don't like that. I have tried to dry scoop before, and yeah, I don't know. I don't like that. I don't know. Anyways, let's make it a good weekend. Hopefully you can hear me with this mic. I haven't figured out how to place these mics correctly. So hopefully you can hear me. I'm in the car driving. Hopefully it's taking away some of the sound in the background. But yeah, let's do some legs. Get ready for Thanksgiving. Hopefully eat some good food tomorrow. This is a warm-up that I have not done in a while, but I do like it. It's definitely full body. This actually might be one of the more ideal warm-ups to do. You don't have to go too fast, too hard. Nice and easy. Warm up arms, shoulders, back, legs. Get the blood moving too. This is the rower I want in my garage. So I'll probably go for a few minutes and do some foam rolling. I did not forget my headphones today. Got them connected to my watch so I can still listen to music and still record. We're at about 2.5 minutes. Maybe we'll go for 5. If these rowers weren't so expensive, I'd have one by now. 3.5 minutes. 4 minutes. 850 cal. No, meters, sorry. But I'm not trying to go too hard. This is a warm-up. 4.5 minutes. 1,000 meters. All right. 5 minutes. Not bad. Breathing hard. Blood is definitely flowing. I need to go find a foam roller. Probably won't record that today. So I think I'm just gonna squat today, and that's it. Change my shoes. I don't know how heavy it's gonna be, but I definitely wanna make sure that I'm comfortable. Sometimes you just wanna work on one movement and that's it. Sometimes just working on one thing is really all you need to do. If you think about any athlete, take any sport, basketball player who just wants to get better at dribbling, and that's all they focus on one day. Baseball player, all they focus on hitting for one day. Golf, a golfer will take one club and just focus on that, how to get better at that. So I don't think there's anything wrong with sometimes just going to the gym and say, you know what, I'm gonna do this one movement today and try to work on a couple things, try to get better at it. Because sometimes if you just do 4 sets and move on, maybe you didn't even really do, maybe that set wasn't even that good. So why not just focus? And if it feels good, especially if you're squatting and you're like, man, these feel good today, why not just keep doing it? If you were benching that day and everything just felt really good, why not just keep benching? There's no rules against that. So let's get better at some squats today. Went to the chiropractor this morning too, so everything's feeling pretty good. Yeah, let's do that a couple more times. Might as well take our time, whatever time we can, make it count. Yep, that's fine. Yeah, I would just, get the order in and then we'll worry about him paying him off when he can. Okay, sounds good. So, correct. So, yep. All right, no problem. Bye. Yep, the grind never stops. People calling me for work. That's all right. Let's get another warm-up set. I don't think I'm gonna pause on these ones. We're just gonna get some reps in. 95 pounds feeling kind of heavy, so we'll see where this goes. All right, let's see what 135 is feeling like. Don't think I'm warmed up yet. I wanna do as much as I can with no belt, or I gotta put a belt on. I don't know, what was that, about 8 reps? Come on, my magnet, stand by. Yeah, 135, still feeling a little tight. Let me see if I can get my hamstrings warmed up a little bit more. Feeling very monotone today. Black hat, gray shirt, gray pants, gray leggings. But we do have that turquoise shoes. Man, I've had these shoes for like going on 10 years now. I don't use them enough to buy any new ones and they still fit, so who cares? Okay, another set of 135. Let's see how it feels. Because if this don't loosen up soon, we just gonna stay. See, that wasn't too bad. Turn my feet in a little bit. See, that's what I mean by practicing the movement, working on different things. You don't always have to come in here and try to impress somebody at the gym. So you can do a lot with a moderate weight. Still at 135. Still feel like I'm warmed up enough. But I'm gonna let you see my butt. That's how the ladies do it. Try my best to stay on my heels. Ooh, my quads are starting to feel it. So are my knees. All right. I don't know how many I got left. Because I do need to leave. Nope, it's not bad. Still feeling pretty tight today. Hips are kind of sore, so that's probably gonna be it. I should have counted my reps. I suppose I can go back and watch these clips, see about how many I did total, but once again, I'm running out of time. We'll see. Okay, still got the mic on. Yeah, we're done. Need to hurry up and get to where I'm going, which is to pick up my kids, because I don't have any protein. I don't have no protein shake to drink today. I do have a meal that I could eat, but it needs to be warmed up. So, or no, I don't have protein. I do have a meal, but it needs to be warmed up. I'm not about to eat it cold. So hopefully I can get to my parents' house. I can warm it up and have something to eat. But you know, that workout on face value, not gonna seem like much. I did a little bit of warming up, and then all I did was some back squats. That's all I worked on. But what I was saying in the video is there should be nothing wrong with just picking one movement and working on it. You see that all the time with athletes. They pick something that they feel like they haven't been great at as of recently, or they need to get better at, and they just work on that one thing. They go to practice and they just do that one thing. I don't know how many people do that when they go to the gym. Say, you know what, man, my squats haven't felt that great. I haven't squatted enough lately. I'm just gonna do back squats today, and that's it. I'm gonna play around with my form. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. If you're trying to get better at something, like, you got to work on the form, you got to work on the technique. For me especially, squats is something we used to do a lot of, and I've somewhat fallen off. I've had lower back issues and things like that, so it's hard for me to be as consistent as I would like to. And that's not an excuse, because when I say we used to squat, like I said, we used to do high intensity stuff, CrossFit type workouts, and there's so many movements that involve squatting. So we used to do squats a lot, and that could be why my low back is not as strong as it used to, or it's just you know, fatigued. But so there's days like this where I'm like, you know what, let me just squat. I'm not going to do anything heavy. I even went to my car and got my lifting belt and didn't even use it because I got to the 135 and I was like, you know what, this 135 feels heavy enough today, especially if you factor in like some tempo with your reps. If you factor in pause reps at the bottom, like that weight's going to feel pretty heavy. So, you know, that's what I did and that's what I was working on. So yeah, we'll see. Like, I mean, I think I'll be a little bit sore tomorrow. I'm feeling a little bit weak in the legs right now. I don't know how many reps I did, so maybe I'll try to count them, but I'm not really too worried about it. Like, I think that's what the ultimate goal is. Do you feel good leaving the gym? Do you feel like you did enough? And I mean, you can only answer that yourself. Like I said, I only stayed on the squat. I didn't move to a bunch of machines, but I feel like I worked on my technique and my form with a heavy enough weight to say, and I didn't kill myself to where like, man, I don't know if I'm going to be able to, if I wanted to work out tomorrow, I could still work out, or, you know, something like that. And I think that that's something that we should consider when we do go to the gym is what is your ultimate goal, right? Like, I mean, I'm sure somebody probably was looking at me going, man, this guy's got lifting shoes on with 135 on the bar. Well, lifting shoes right now actually feel really good to me, and they actually are helping me with my form and my technique. I feel like my feet are kind of locked into the ground a little bit more. I feel like I can engage and push through my heels a little bit better. So who cares like what the weight is? Like it felt good to me. Same with the lifting belt. I didn't end up using the belt anyways, but like had I used it and let's say I only went up to like 185, like, well, that's heavy. That feels heavy to me. Like if the lifting belt is about safety. I mean, to me. So it's not about like you got to do a certain weight before you can use a belt. If your body says that, man, I might need this just to make sure everything feels nice and tight, then by all means use it. So I didn't end up using it today. I do want to try to build up I want to build up my core strength again to where I don't have to use it as early. And I mean, by early, I just mean at those lower weights. I don't want to have to use it at a lower weight, but it is what it is, man. My goal for this is in fitness in general is longevity. I hope that would be everybody's goal. So yeah, I think next time I get into the gym, that I have the amount of time I'd like to do, then I want to get back to working in some of the machine work, you know, hamstring curls, even extensions, you know, some of those smaller muscles that you can pinpoint. Even like a lot of gyms now are starting to add what are they called? Those glute machines, like a hip thrust machine and like a leg kickback that engages your glutes. So those aren't just for girls. Like we can use those too to help pinpoint some of those smaller muscles. Matter of fact, the kickback machine, when gyms have those, I actually really like using those to warm up because I really feel like it helps engage your glute and it gets that hip and low back warmed up. So all in all, I feel fine with what I did today. Probably the only thing I'm really disappointed is I drank pre-workout, an entire pre-workout for that, but it is what it is. Not too worried about that either, but yep, on to the weekend. Time to start a 4-day weekend. Thanksgiving tomorrow. Not sure how much I'll be posting till then, but we're gonna enjoy it. We're gonna have some fun. Catch you next time.